Rapper Charles Jones, known as Foolio, shot and killed in Tampa.
In a stunning turn, Foolio's killer may have confessed in court. On June 23, 2024, rising star rapper Foolio was ambushed and assassinated in Tampa, Florida. The truth may have been hiding in plain sight while law enforcement searched for answers. Yungeen Ace released a chilling music video hours after Foolio's murder. Those cryptic lyrics may be more than art today. Ace may have hinted at his musical involvement and then gone farther in court. Keep watching as we unravel the jaw-dropping details that have turned the rap world upside down. The killer of Foolio reveals himself.
Rapper Charles Jones, known as Foolio, shot and killed in Tampa.
Foolio, a budding rapper, was attacked, shot, and killed in a Tampa Holiday Inn parking lot on June 23, 2024. While law enforcement searches for the killer, they may not have to go far. He may have revealed himself as the murderer. Yungeen Ace released the music video for his current song, Do It, hours after Foolio's death. The timing appeared suspicious, but the song and video substance lit up the internet. Do It has Yungeen Ace's grim lyrics about capturing and killing his foes, which appear to match the holiday end. Despite not mentioning Foolio, the references are clear. In the music, Ace raps phrases like, catch his ass and do his ass, you know he completed, and flip his ass and smoke his ass, we stand on business. These lines and the footage of masked guys killing a man in a hotel parking lot look too similar to be a coincidence. Many believe Ace is admitting or bragging about the murder. The chorus of the song is particularly unsettling, with Ace clearly calling for a hit on Foolio, ordering others to execute it no matter the time or location. In a cocky tone, Ace raps, I don't even call him by his name. I call them Lil Do It niggas. Let's do it. Bitches call the phone, claim they received the low. I told them do it. Do it. I ain't sparing shit. It's on site if we into it. Come here. He with his infant, do it. He with his bitch, do it. With his mom, do it. This money make a nigga do it. Fact that the track dropped mere hours after Foolio was slain further adds to the suspicion. How could Ace have published such a thorough and precise song so rapidly unless he knew anything beforehand? The first verse creates an even deeper hole for Ace, implying that someone was going to get taken out. He starts with, 7 days a week, we run this bitch, we spin it. Any day this week, I better Nick come up missing Nick. Better keep on point. What, he better not be out here sliding? All right, let's name it bitch. These bitches up in here. Yeah, that's true. All right, Nick, be trying and crap. Nick will be dying and crap. These foreboding threats and warnings have been viewed by many as a direct buildup to Foolio's murder. The debate over the diss track comes at a delicate moment, when the rap community is campaigning for the freedom of artistic expression and pushing back against the use of rap lyrics as legal evidence. While Yungeen Ace could maintain that the song is merely art, advocates of utilizing lyrics as proof point to the similarities between Ace's words and Foolio's death as a persuasive case. The blowback has been tumultuous. Fans and detractors alike have gone to social media, accusing Yungeen Ace of being rude and disrespectful. Some have even called for a boycott of his music. One person tweeted, "Guy didn't even wait for the body to go cold yet." Another added, "Bro is a devil." Many feel Ace is compromising himself with such a release. Congratulations. You just snitched on yourself? Another admirer said. Fellow musicians have also joined in on the debate. Notably, Charleston White, a contentious figure in the hip-hop world, claimed, "Nobody should be heartbroken for Foolio's death. He worked hard to die." This statement has just given gasoline to the flames, demonstrating the polarized nature of the conflict. Regardless matter where the fault lays, one thing is apparent. The consequences of Yungeen Ace's Do It are substantial and far-reaching. For those who aren't intimately involved in the hip-hop industry, you might be wondering who Yungeen Ace is and why all these ideas are floating around him. Let me fill you in. Yungeen Ace is a drill rapper coming from Jacksonville. Born in East Chicago, Indiana, Ace relocated to Florida at an early age with his family, seeking better chances. Unfortunately, the fight persisted. Growing up with 10 boys, his mother experienced enormous hardships attempting to support them. The family was continuously relocating, sometimes living with family or lodging in motels, owing to repeated evictions. This instability had a lasting influence on Ace. Ace's father was likewise confined for most of his life, and they didn't meet until Ace was approximately 17. This absence left a hole, with one of his uncles stepping in as a father figure. However, tragedy struck again when Ace was approximately 14. His uncle passed on. This tragedy led Ace to find consolation and meaning in music. In interviews, Ace has confessed that his family struggled so much that he never truly had fun as a youngster. Music and the streets were his only outlets. Inspired by singers like Lil Boozy, Kevin Gates, and Michael Jackson, Ace discovered a method to cope with his terrible circumstances via music. Despite the hurdles, his enthusiasm got greater and he started rapping, polishing his abilities to establish a reputation for himself. In 2017, Ace began to attract recognition with the release of Go to War alongside the Yungeen Gang, a music group founded by several of his elder siblings. The tune gained substantial hype, gaining 100,000 views on YouTube within the first week. Later that year, he released his debut solo single, No Witness, further cementing himself as one of Jacksonville's hottest up-and-coming talents. While Florida has produced numerous great stars in recent years, most hailed from Miami and Broward County, Ace stood out, representing Jacksonville, with his unique flair and raw skill, rapidly acquiring a passionate following. As his music career took off, so did his engagement in street life. Ace founded the ATK gang, short for Ace's Top Killers, which became a crucial part of his character. Known for its aggressive image, ATK was both a musical collective and a strong force in Jacksonville streets. Ace's involvement with ATK led to violent altercations and legal difficulties. In 2017, he was arrested and charged with accessory to a crime after the fact, serving as a getaway driver during an attempted heist arranged by his friend, DeAndre Thomas, alias Trey Shorty. The incident entailed a house invasion when guns were fired, nearly missing a 12-month-old infant. Ace's role in the event resulted to nearly a year in jail and 31 months of probation, but his gang affiliation nearly cost him his life. On June 5, 2018, Ace and his brothers were ambushed while celebrating a friend's birthday. They had met to celebrate the birthday of one of their friends, eating a lunch at a neighborhood restaurant near the St. John's Town Center in Jacksonville, Florida. But when they left the restaurant and drove home, their night took a dark and deadly turn. As they drove through the streets of Jacksonville, an automobile drew up beside them. Without warning, gunshots exploded, smashing the windows of their car and penetrating the bodies within. Yungeen Ace, his younger brother, Taven Bullard, and their pals, Royale Devin Smith Jr. and Jacoby Groover, were all injured by the barrage of gunshots. The onslaught was fast and nasty. Trayvon Bullard, Royale Devin Smith Jr., and Jacoby Groover were fatally injured. Their lives cut short in an instant. Yungeen Ace, although being hit numerous times, managed to survive the ambush. He was brought to the hospital where physicians fought valiantly to save his life. The severity of his injuries was startling. He had been shot 8 times, and numerous bullets remained stuck in his body. As Yungeen Ace lay in the hospital healing from his injuries, the legal and public response to the shooting began to emerge. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office initiated an investigation following the event, attempting to identify and capture individuals responsible for the horrible conduct. In the midst of the inquiry, Yungeen Ace met another difficulty. Despite his serious state, he was jailed for breaking his probation. Ace had been on probation for a previous incident involving a gunshot in 2016 where he was the getaway driver. This brutal incident was part of a bigger gang battle in Jacksonville between Ace's ATK and Foolio's KTA. The KTA and ATK gang battle. While Yungeen Ace commanded ATK on the west and east parts of Jacksonville, Foolio was a key member of the KTA gang, which ruled the south and north portions of the city where he grew up. Just like Yungeen Ace, Foolio's upbringing was far from smooth. Foolio grew up in Jacksonville's harsh areas where violence and crime were a part of everyday life. From an early age, he was exposed to the brutal realities of street life. By the time he was 12 or 13 years old, Foolio had already received his first rifle.
Bro, I got his first gun and my family brother, he said we're going to family to deuce five. So after that, it was a wrap.
Many people say this may be his early entrance into the realm of crime laid the tone for his future as a gang member. Foolio's gang, KTA, traces its origins back to another game named Problem Child Entertainment. PCE was infamous in Jacksonville for its involvement in many illegal operations, including drug trafficking, robbery, and violent crimes. Law enforcement soon clamped down on PCE, leading to its top members being charged with murder and firearm violations, which finally led to the gang's destruction. The social and economic conditions in Jacksonville had a crucial impact in the gang's formation. With limited access to school and jobs, many young people were tempted to the allure of gang life. The lure of money, power, and prestige was hard to refuse. For Foolio and his friends, joining a gang was not simply a choice, but a need for existence. KTA immediately developed a reputation for its harsh techniques and daring attitude. Foolio's ascent to notoriety in the Jacksonville rap scene further confirmed his image as a gang member. His songs, laced with genuine and unedited descriptions of his life in the streets, connected with those who experienced similar experiences. His songs were replete with references to street violence, devotion, and treachery. Songs like Dead Ops and Beatbox Freestyle highlighted his raw skill and unedited viewpoint on life in the streets. Foolio's songs also had a tremendous influence on the gang's reputation. His recordings were not only entertainment, they were a type of psychological warfare. By publicly ridiculing and insulting his enemies, Foolio escalated tensions between KTA and other gangs, notably ATK, commanded by Yungeen Ace. The feud between these two teams became one of the most renowned in recent history, with each side employing music as a weapon. The roots of the rivalry between ATK and KTA can be related to the advent of drill rap, a rough and gritty type of hip-hop that emerged in Chicago around the 2010s. Known for its uncensored portrayal of street life, gang brutality, and drug culture, drill rap resonated emotionally with many urban neighborhoods and swiftly expanded to other cities, including Jacksonville. The first spark that ignited the real violence in the feud may be traced back to an event during a Kodak Black performance. What was intended to be a night of celebration turned into a tumultuous scene. A simple denial of a handshake evolved into a heated disagreement, resulting to a fistfight. This altercation didn't finish at the venue. It spilled out onto the streets, unleashing a series of retaliatory acts. As tensions increased, the opposing gangs began to mark their territory and establish their control. KTA, meaning for kill them all, and ATK, which for Ace's top killers, started to convert Jacksonville's neighborhoods into warfare. The north and south sides battled with the east and west, and other crews and groups were engaged in the struggle, laying the stage for an all-out war. One of the first and most notable occurrences happened in 2017 when Foolio's cousin, Zion Brown, was murdered inside his house at about 1 in the morning. The vicious conflict between KTA and ATK took a terrible turn in 2017, with the unfortunate murder of Foolio's cousin, Zion Brown. Zion Brown was a significant member of KTA, recognized for his role in the gang's actions. On May 27, 2017, in the early hours, Zion was at home asleep with his 16-year-old sister and 4 other children. The calm night was disrupted by the sound of glass smashing in the kitchen. They raced to the living room to find their sliding door had been broken with a rock. Without unexpectedly, gunfire erupted, sending everyone fleeing for shelter. Zion's sister, SB, identified the perpetrator as DeAndre Thomas, better known as Trey Shorty, from his social media and YouTube presence. Thomas raced into the living area, shooting multiple bullets before retreating. Zion, SB, and another kid were injured by the gunfire. Zion perished to his injuries from many bullet wounds, while SB was hit in the knee and foot, and the other kid got injuries all over her body. By the time the police and paramedics came, Zion had already passed unexpectedly, leaving his family and community distraught. SB identified Trey Shorty as the shooter and presented the authorities with his Facebook page. This information was vital in getting an arrest warrant for DeAndre Thomas, who was captured the following day. It is thought that KTA uncovered DeAndre Thomas's link with Yungeen Ace through the robbery that had put Yungeen Ace on probation. This revelation considerably increased the enmity between the two factions. This escalation led to the drive-by shooting that happened when Ace was enjoying a birthday with his brother and 2 friends, ending in their untimely deaths. The deadly rivalry developed further when Foolio and members of the ATK gang visited a graveyard to create a music video for their fellow gang member, Jake Gyuk. While there, the party posed for selfies and mocked the burial place of one of Yungeen and Ace's friends, who had perished in the drive-by shooting. The images shot at the burial showed Foolio and his crew bringing their shoes up to the grave plaque, flicking off the camera and shaping their hands into the shape of firearms or gang signs.